Hello there, and welcome back to Stellaris. I'm NeroBax, and we're going to continue where we left off. Last time we basically did a war against our eastern neighbors. We won that war and conquered them, which is basically all in line with our expectations. Currently, I'm considering if I want to go west and attack those neighbors too. But as you can see here, the thing is with conquering new worlds, the population switches. As you can see, we have my species. We are only now 40% of our empire, while we have the Casvalivia as 57% and then 2% robots. Later on, when robots become to some degree sentient, you have to put that into your estimations as well. But the thing now is that with this, yes, thank you for the disabled alert, they can actually create factions. And as you can see here, the 6 pops in an empire belong to a faction. They are actually the pops on the planets themselves. It's basically species. They want an independent sector, which of course is a problem. Hopefully we can get their happiness up in the future, we'll have to see. But for now, they're not happy with me. And also here, as you can see, this system has now fallen into my grasp, so we're going to upgrade that as well. Now, as I said, I was very uncertain if I want to actually wage war on these guys. Right now I don't think I really want to. We can fight them later. Right now I need to just place these guys, and also if there is no one occupying this space, I would definitely like to expand into it, potentially expand here, and then just basically get my double setup here with wormhole on each side, and also then my own little corner of space, if you will, so I can't be attacked from all sides. With that said, we are going to, first and foremost, we're going to have our science ships explore the sectors. As you can see here, I'll set them up to explore each general little area. We're also going to pick up the debris, and of course the special project here. The construction ships are heading out. This one is going to construct a... it's going to construct the research stations and everything in the system, and then it's going to build a warp station. This one is going to build a mining station in Varna, and then we're going to send it to basically just complete this system with the research station and then the mining stations. So we have a lot of work cut out for us, and we'll see how this goes. I think I will go back to my basically when nothing happens stance. I won't record it, just to get a little bit speed in the game. We are almost 38 years in. We have secured the Sulco swarm. The Sulco are swarming insect analogues, unusual for both their large size and the fact that they are lithowars, feeding off rocks and the minerals in the ground. One of the shuttles belonging to the Sang here sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through a large swarm, and several Sulcos began to feed on its hull. The construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures have already begun at the Museum of Exobiology on Bax Prime. So yeah, we basically have some interesting things. Now, as you probably noticed the last episode, I had the AI, or the game itself, set up how I wanted my ships to look and function with the weapons. Later in the game, I'm going to set that up myself and specialize certain ship types for a certain job. So don't worry about that, it will get taken into consideration and fixed. But for now, I'm just going to explore the area, construct. And as you can see, if there isn't actually a tank that you don't own, you won't actually get any tech points on anything. You'll simply get a tiny bit of research, which is not the best thing ever. Now, the inactive buildings is basically just because I built Bax Prime up to its maximum. So don't worry about that, it's not a big problem. It's going to sort itself out. I can upgrade some things, but right now I'm going to upgrade the power plant. And I think I will upgrade... no. I don't want biolabs. Biological research is what we are best on right now, so I need to get another upgrade in terms of research, and then we're going to upgrade those labs. So for now, we're not going to do that. But this is another reason why you actually want to have some core planets, just to increase your percentage of people, because it's actually quite important that you have the majority in order to make sure that revolts are less likely to happen. It's basically how it works, so we'll have to see how we want to handle that, but for now, it's just how things are. Let's see, let's build another destroyer. We're going to build one more destroyer after this one, and then we're going to try and take out the crystalline entities in the pulsar, because it's usually a technological sound system. So that's why we will be going after the pulsar system. As you can see, we have a powerful pop faction. They get that when they reach 30%. And as you can see here, they are currently on strike. They will go riots, and then we will go rebellion. So it's a little bit annoying. What we could do is just build up our defense armies, build them right away. And we're going to build some defense armies. As you can see, robot defense armies are not cheaper, but they're robots, which is why I prefer them. So we're going to be building a lot of those, but we're also going to be constructing things, so it's going to limit just how quickly I can build up the robot armies, if you will. Let's see, the Shutra construction vessel is almost done with its work. We found an anomaly. We're going to research that. But yeah, every time you conquer something, you kind of want to just set down a defense army to protect it. I'm very tempted to move over the transport the 8 armies fleet to a location close to, so we can just invade the planets right after. We'll have to see. Let's see. Let's build this one.
Construction complete.
After. And as you can see, right now we're gaining about 50 minerals a month. We're gaining very little money, but that's fine. We have a huge reserve that we can work out from. We have level 5 scientist. Level 5 is a max level scientist. As you can see here, reach max skill level. It gives 10% extra research speed simply from being rank 5. So in theory, we do have some pretty decent researchers though, so I don't really need to switch one out. But in theory, I could slap her in instead of Camilla here, and get Camille, sorry, and get a extra 4% research speed. But there's no need for that. We can handle it as is. So with that said, the probability conundrum. We've got a report from Science Officer Madison Matthews. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Azza, most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet someone's managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. The conundrum worth investigating, or all questions don't have worthwhile answers. We gain some influence from that, but let's face it, influence is always at max again. So let's go with a conundrum worth investigating. And I didn't actually consider this, but I think I can do planetary edicts. Yeah, I could in theory go with propaganda broadcast to increase happiness a little bit. But since they're already rioting, as you can see, these guys are. Happiness at 7%. Pop modifier. So yeah, it won't really help. Recently conquered is one of them, of course. Then we have selected lineages. They don't like the fact that we have selected lineages. They don't like the fact that we have leader enhancement. I have no idea how my regular dudes are dealing with that. They don't have any problems with that, as you can see. So I will have to handle that in some way in the future, but not now. So we'll probably end up in a situation here where we have to fight our, well, not really vassals per se, but our new people. We'll have to find a way to deal with them later. So if all of these spawn an army, they're going to be 4 of them. So let's just recruit 4 armies. Or 5. Let's just make it an even 5. And then I only have Kubar left. So I need about 150 resources to get that done. But I'm still working on Shutra. So we'll wait a little bit longer. I'll have my guys just survey the entire area, and then we'll do the conundrum. So I'll get that done, and then I'll get back to you. Well, it didn't really take that long. We, lots of surveying, the research ended up. We have another 10% naval capacity. And we could go for another Empire leader capacity, which is pretty decent. Leadership, Xenos allowed. We don't really want that, because in theory we could... the thing is, I want to be scientifically sound, but I don't want to be multicultural. This was not the part of this thing, but in theory here, we could actually try that now. We could go... just go multicultural right away, But we have other things that would be more useful, like this one. It costs minus 15%. So we're going to take that for first now. But we are going to actually change the plan here. Instead of purging the people that I conquer, we're going to try and integrate them completely in this playthrough and see how that works. Which means that repugnant is a very, very bad thing to have in theory. But I have no idea if it works on pops that you have already conquered. If it does not, I will not remove it. But if it does, then we'll have to probably use gene take to remove it. As you know, we can... species. Let's see if we can find ourselves. As you can see, we have the robotic as species. They are robots, which constant happiness 100%. And they're good at minerals, but basically very sucky at everything else. We can build these guys everywhere. But as you can see, as I said, we have a modified point, a gene point, which we can then put into, for instance, let's see here, breeders, communal, resilient, quick learners, for instance, is very good. But I'm tempted to save up some points and put it into venerable, because having a lifespan of 120 years is really, really powerful. Because if we get someone who is a good leader, keeping them for over twice their regular lifespan is pretty damn good. So with that said, I'm just going to continue doing the things that I have been doing. The construction mining station is done. The shooter system is almost done completely then. We just need that energy station.
Research complete.
And the system is almost done too. It's just missing that last piece as well. So with that, let's just go to this one, which is their capital planet, which is going to be hell to actually deal with, no matter what we do. We have garrisons here, potential. So let's just recruit 7 defense armies. It should, at the very least, harm them a bit, and we can just fly over our attack armies to deal with that. We can now make our own robots, so in theory, I could just make robot pops for whatever's left. Mass drivers, do we want those? Missiles, engineering facility for increasing engineering tech, defense platforms. Do you know what? We're just going to go straight up to cruisers. It's going to take almost 100 months to research, but cruisers is the third most powerful ship. So having 1 or 2 cruisers in an otherwise fleet full of corvettes and destroyers could definitely be useful. Destroyers are going to be the brunt of the fleet. Basically, it's going to be the most numerous. But that's basically because they're harder to hit, and they can do the defense, if you will, the defense job to some degree. So that's kind of why I want to have them. We're going to survey. Okay, that's already been surveyed. Did Vanna get surveyed? Yes, it did. Well, I'll just have to grab this one from its queue once it's done with its job. But we're going to build in Asa, and we're probably going to set up the hyperspace thing in Asa too. So that should be decent. Now, with that said, we do have some more mining systems that we need to build, and we'll be back very soon. Pirag just sent us a insult. Will we let that stand? No, we will not. We will insult them right back. Because, as you can see, their technology level is inferior, but they have an equivalent size of fleet, which is not surprising considering they have 4 worlds. So we might need to just focus a little bit of an investment into our fleets. But right now we don't really need that. Right now we can handle the situations as they appear. The science ships are actually all board, which is not good. Construction ship is done over here. So let's send it here to build mining stations. It's going to build... Do you know what? Let's just do that manually because it hints to there being... it's building 3 mining stations. I thought there would be a 3-1 combination, but there wasn't. So no a big deal. Now let's send this one here to build a wormhole station, since we have a science ship who doesn't do anything. And what? Yes, we can. There's mines here. Well, we'll deal with that later. For now, though, we're going to build that, and we're going to take our fleet. And I'm going to go on what could be described as a dangerous venture. We're going to fly into the pod star system here that has the crystalline entities. It says 3 of 400. In theory, you can take out 1, go back to heal, take out 1, go back to heal. Depends on how close they're grouped up. So we're going to go and check that. We're also going to move our transport fleet here with soldiers just close enough to the planet that we can attack it if necessary, if they do rebel. Because that's the only one I'm uncertain if I can keep. I am also uncertain if how should I put this? If the defense armies will actually join the rebellion. I don't think so. But
enemy troops landing. Enemy troops landing.
yeah, enemy troops landing. So in theory, it should work just as an invasion. Let's see. Yeah, my defense armies are working here. So I have no idea if assault armies will actually help out, but as you can see, they had a huge number of forces. Now here we're winning, and here we're also winning. So the defense armies are definitely helping out. It was only on this one, their previous capital, that we could get in trouble. So with landing these 8 assault armies, I have no idea if they'll actually be good for defense, but we'll figure that out soon. Hopefully we can land before everyone dies. We did.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh, we failed, and as you can see here, they spawned a fleet. So we need to send our... I might actually just sacrifice a transport fleet here. Yeah, they're going to die. We don't have the retreat.
Hostile fleet. Enemy invasion defeated.
But as you can see here, they broke free. It's Arachidon Confederacy, Rebels of the Bank's Technocracy. And they actually have a fleet that rivals our own. So we need to build up our fleet a tiny bit, which kind of sucks. So let's just build 3 corvettes, a destroyer, and another corvette. Unless they actually attack us, we should be fine. But with that in mind, we also need to actually build up our fleets again. So this could turn awkward really quick, sadly. The funny thing is we actually have border increase to down here, but we can't actually see our own borders. It's kind of hilarious. But at the moment we should be fine. Let's just join you guys up, merge. See, Sea Lion. Yeah, only one of the dudes that we sent survived, which is tragic. Armies, we will recruit assault armies here. We're going to have to recruit quite a bit of them to actually take over the land. My construction ship got destroyed, it looks like. So that's bad. But I'm going to have to recruit probably 8 armies again. And let's see here. The construction ship was... I actually sent it to the place itself, so that was my bad. But yeah, let's see here. They have an 800. They have 9. They spawn 9 cruisers. That's annoying. I'm tempted to just make peace. They want another planet though. No, they want me to seed the planet that they liberate. We could liberate them, just leave them be. Which is actually tempting right now. They only have 1 planet. They don't have a lot of resources inside their borders. And it'll give me time to deal with these guys, and also I can fight them later on. Right now we're equal, and we have a rival to our left. So it would be better to just call a peace here, because let's face it, they can't actually sustain, unless the AI is cheating, which it probably is, considering its paradox. But they shouldn't be able to sustain these 9 Gather-class cruisers, or destroyers. They're actually my Gather-class destroyers, or cruisers too. I don't know why I keep on calling them destroyers. So they cost a whooping 1 in maintenance a month. Now, if I could still see the surface, they don't have... They have just... Oh, they have more than enough to actually sustain it, but still. It's going to be costly. We can build up our fleet in the meantime. It'll give us a 10-year window to prepare. And let's face it, we weren't actually getting much from this anyways. These guys would mostly just be very annoying. So, we are going to just negotiate. We're going to allow them to be liberated. And I thought someone died because that's the symbol for dying. But yeah, we lost the war. They liberated 1 of their colonies, and we can now declare war in another 10 years. So it gives us 10 years to prepare, which is not too bad. And I can just keep on building up my fleet, keep on building up my armies, and once everything is set up, we can go after them again. So it's not really a big problem. Now, they got an independence faction thanks to that, but again, they don't really have that big of a population on these places, so defense armies should be able to handle them. It's just because of the fact it was the capital. Their capital, though, was a problem. So I'm very tempted to just bomb the capital into oblivion the next chance I get. Just keep my siege going for 2 or 3 years and see if I can kill off some of their pop. So that will be the plan. Now, the positive thing is that we still have access to the eastern side. They only have 3 stars within their reach, so except for the loss of that construction ship, it's not really that big of a problem. but of course that construction ship poses a well, a problem in terms of how we're going to handle it. But I'll figure something out. Now, let's see here. What are you guys working on? You're working on that one? That anomaly, yes. Then you'll take it that anomaly. Then you will search Colidor. We haven't actually surveyed that yet. And let's see here. The other science ship will deal with Sagas. I'm pretty sure you are already surveying, but let's just do that and that. And we'll wait for the fleet to be completely constructed, and then we'll go after Kahalayom, the crystalline entities there. Now, I just need a little bit of cash, and then we will keep on constructing things with the fleet that we already have. Yeah, there we go. Let's just move you to the science block first. Should be fine. Usually I do have a lot of minerals just laying about, but sadly I did not in this case. So I'll wait for the fleet to be built. We're going to keep on researching and doing anomalies. This one is a massive asteroid. We have found something. That promises good things. But anyways, I'm going to go back into just pause it for a little bit here. Sorry, just edit out some of the boring parts, and I'll be back soon. Well, I should have remembered that I was actually investigating something. So it does go pretty quick, as you can see, time-wise. But deep within a crevice of the giant asteroid 18397, we have found something astonishing. There's a mining gear attached to the rock. Digging itself in the vast depths of the asteroid, it stands abandoned with no sign of who placed it here. If we can stop the machine, we might be able to learn something about the technology used to build it, but we must hurry before random debris crushes it. We can scrap it for materials, get 800 minerals, which is pretty good, but let's face it, mineral-wise we're doing decent right now. We don't really need that much, so we'll try and stop the machine. If I really need minerals, I could just stop the queue, as per things are. So I just need a construction ship in orbit. I actually need a construction ship in orbit. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see. Build a construction ship. Can I move it up the queue? No, so let's just stop those for a minute, then make them again. How long does it take to build a construction ship? Shouldn't it just take 2 months? I need to check, because that was a timed project. Yeah, it should just take 2 months to rebuild that construction ship. Then I lost the only real loss in the war, except for some of my troops. And I just realized that we don't actually have the force limits anymore to build
System survey
our navy up that much. So we'll not be doing that. It's also a terrible idea.
Complete.
Construction ship is done. We'll send that to do the research project. And we have actually 2 projects in this one, which we will use one of the science ships to get done. We have a lot of things to do actually now, which is interesting. But I'll go back into peaceful mode, I guess, once this science ship is done. Let's have you construct the mining stations, 2 of them, which is good.
Incoming transmission.
I did say that I would become a multicultural nation, and with this, we're basically giving migration access, so we can migrate between our nations, which is interesting. They're already in alliance. Can I ask to join the alliance? I can. So in theory, I could join their alliance here, the United Mathing something. Offer trade deal. Migration access. Oh, it's not allowed. That's interesting. Can I give him... let's see. Research agreement. Okay, so they will give me the... I could go for star charts, basically, for resource research agreement. How about we do non-aggression pledges? No. So for the time being, I will not be able to get into a very friendly manner with these dudes. We're cordial with these guys, though. We're even further away from the thingy. We're differing in war philosophy, apparently, so that's the problem. We can, in theory, potentially join the thing later on when we get a little bit more liked. Get rid of Repugnant, we'll probably do it. But for now, we'll be fine on our own. Although we just had a rebellion. I haven't actually had a rebellion before, so it's nice to know what it does. And considering the amount of ships it spawned, it's kind of awkward and annoying. But what we can do is rival these dudes again. There we go. And we can also rival these guys because they're just so bloody far away. It doesn't give me that much influence though, because they're so bloody far away. But it'll be something, which is nice. So let's see here. Fleet is ready, more or less. Let's just join you guys up. And I'll finally go and deal with those crystalline entities, and then we'll see how we want to deal with everything else. I have no idea what this is. Sea line. Oh, it's my warp station. I'm an idiot. They're all together. Are you joking? Let's see. If I send a fleet there, will that drag them out?
Anomaly found.
Just go ahead and research that anomaly right away, please. Elite Crystal Cohort. Let's see. 450 hull points. How about my corvettes? How are they doing? 300 and 600. They will probably actually destroy me completely, so let's just not take that chance. It's a nice system and I do want it, but right now it's not worth the risk, considering the cost of rebuilding and things like that. So what we are going to do in order to increase our potential fleet size is that we're going to build spaceports, which is theoretically bad if they're lost, but only if they're lost will it be bad, so we can handle that.
Project complete.
Special project has been completed. We managed to stop the excavator before it broke down. It's a remarkable piece of machinery with a smooth surface covered in diamonds. At first glance the whole drill seems like one solid piece, but simply so well put together that you cannot notice the grooves and joints. Our engineers will be able to reverse engineer some of this technology. So as you can see here, sometimes the anomalies will give you new techs. As you can see, I've gained a new tech, the geothermal fracking. I haven't unlocked it, but I've gained it as an option. It will not vanish. Basically here on engineering part, change research. No, I did not want to really change research. Crap, what was I working on? I was working on cruisers. But it should pop up here once my research is done, I think. So let's just get cruisers done and then we can go and look for that. I am an idiot. But excellent. I need to actually press excellent before I could get it. My idios. My stupidness knows no bounds right now. I'm sorry. One of the many moons circling Sultan 2 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with a gas giant, in what is sure to become a massive impact event. The event has been millions of years in the making, and it's just startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it's too late. So the other anomaly gives a moon impact event.
Updated.
We will do that and then I'll leave, I guess. So again, I need to go to it. We need to have a science ship in orbit, which we do. So let's just research the project and let's survey the system after we're done. So as you can see, it'll take half a year to get done, but that's fine. And we have construction ship not really doing anything. So let's just build a mining station. And we have just so much to survey now that it's not even funny. I might actually have to need another ship due to the events that we keep on finding. But that's fine. So let's just get this one out of the way. And then I will go ahead and end the episode, which I should probably have done ages ago, sadly.
Complete.
Okay, so apparently... Did they steal that? No, it... Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Basically, the special project has been completed. We've tried everything in order to find out how the ceramic pot ended up in stellar orbit. Maybe we're all crazy. Maybe it does not even exist. Guess what? We even tried calculating our own those facts as well. We're done. There's nothing more we can do here. The only plus side to this is that we have had tons of time to spend on philosophical and economical questions, when we could not stop much to keep investigating the damn thing. So, apparently we didn't find anything out. We did get 4 times the influence though, which is actually useless to me right now. So let's just go to Bax Prime quick. And can I do anything in terms of edicts? Yes, I can. Let's just add Spirit of Science, And capacity overload 2 as well. And we'll go with the why. Why must we do such a terrible thing? But yeah, as I said, I'm waiting for this science ship here to survey the moon, and then we'll be on our way. Construction is complete. Let's send you here to construct the 2 mining stations that we can. Pirak is sending us another insult. Nice. Very charming. And while we're at that, we're actually going to go ahead and build another spaceport. Now, you don't really need to upgrade your spaceport to get the benefit. You don't even need to finish building the damn thing before you get the benefit of the naval capacity. So that's pretty decent. So we're going to build, I think, a couple more cruisers. We might actually have to upgrade our current designs, even. So we'll have to see here. I'm tempted to send my construction ship into the unknown. No, not you. I chose the wrong one. You. I'm sending you into the unknown. The reason is that if there's nothing else...
Special project complete.
There we go. Let's see here. We were successful in our attempt to record the collision between Sultan II and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Hannah Sassani were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. That's good. But yeah, I'm just going to... This is bad. It just keeps on... I'm going to just do 5 more things, and then we are done for today. But I promise you, this will be the last thing that I will do, is just send my construction ship here to build another war portal. So we have a lot of area to exploit. Tassagoid secured. The Tassagoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungle of Shanghai at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with tube-like mouth. Oh. Unfortunately, 3 of our crew members from Shanghai were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology on Bax Prime will rename one of its wings after these brave officers to honor their sacrifice.
Evading hostile fleet.
It's a void cloud, okay. I tried to do something clever and it wasn't clever at all, but that's a void cloud, we can deal with that. But I'm going to call it an idea. Sorry for just extending this episode far beyond what was necessary. I just have so much fun with this game. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.